video for myself. I had tried to get on YouTube and follow every single video that was talking about wholesaling so I can make $10,000 a month. Then I started to find every video online that had to do with delivering packages, how you work for yourself, just renting a car, and then you can get all these packages and use Shipley, use Roadie, and then like deliver, and you just be driving in the morning. Then you can work for yourself. You can be making thousands in a month. Had a frustration there as well. Then I tried to do online coaching. I did all these PowerPoint presentations, came up with all this material, did all this research, and on specific topics that I know I could teach, because I am teaching them already, sharing this information already, but I just wanted to put it in PowerPoint form and be able to make it to where it's understandable. Man, look at it behind me. It's the jail. This is the Dallas County Jail. Dude, they were just handing out, being a sheriff, handing out applications. Look, I actually went to the interview. They hired me on the spot. They were like, all you gotta do is just go take a psychological exam. Then you gotta go take a lie detector test. And then you gotta go do a physical. Dude, all of that was so smooth. Got to the physical late. Got to the lie detector test. And he was like, oh, well, it looked like you're not finna pass because you have had domestic violence in your home. But he was like, but that was self-defense. Pass me. I was late to the psychological exam, got in there with my kids, and they was like, ma'am, you already know you're not supposed to be bringing your kids up to this interview. You're going to be in here for 3 hours. What, you want us to babysit while you're taking this psychological exam? They was like, ugh. And they made accommodations for me and my kids for my kids to be entertained while I am taking my test. And it was like, I know y'all don't usually do this. I know that that the psychologists don't usually do this. I'm making this video for myself. Girl, you tried. Once you get this job, because there's nothing that I'll do wrong to where they will not accommodate me in the process of becoming a sheriff. And deep down in my heart, I'm like, this is not really my dream job. But not only are they just handing out flyers for me to be a sheriff, I could literally bring my kids up to the jail and they'd be like, oh, we don't really usually do this, and then like still go on with the process. Again today, I went and like nothing is stopping. There's no hurdle. There's no frustration. There's nothing that's not clear. All these other things that I try to do on YouTube, on TikTok or whatever, to try and make money from home to where I'm not working for someone, I'm working for myself. It seemed as, and I just felt like I could, because I have a master's degree, that I have the ability to be able to read and to be able to hear instruction, follow it, and make it work. Like make that connection. Like I'm now doing that thing that I was studying. I'm not doing that thing that I was listening to, that I have been learning. It's not working like that. And I could push it back on them, because yes, my number 2 reason why I think that I'm not able to, like, there's no connection with any of these ventures that I've tried. I feel as though that those actual YouTubers may be leaving out some pieces of information, but like some critical information. Oh, you do need $1,000 to start up. Oh, you do need to be driving around to be able to get this information, or blah, 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 blah. I don't know what it is, but I just find myself frustrated when I put so much work into trying to understand something. And my number 1 reason is I just need more patience. Just keep trying, and then I'll figure something out. I'm going to try something. I'm going to completely miss a step. It's going to backfire, but then I'll use it as a lesson. I think I just need to be more patient. So I'm still going to try and pursue those things. You know, and that's what persistence, that's what taking risks, that's what you get it. That's how you get to next levels. That's how you get to rewards that are to big and huge and grandiose rewards, like persistence and diligence and many trials. So I do want to continue to do that. But when I start this job and I'm actually in the jail, and I'm babysitting these grown men and women. I know that there's only, I don't know if I can share this, but I know that the 7th floor is, I don't think I can show this, but then I'll like show the jail. is for women. So they don't really need a lot of jailers on that floor. And so like the rest of the floors in the jail, you know, that's what they're hiring for. They need people, hey, just watch this area of the jail, right? So no, I don't think it's that cheerful. In fact, I feel as though I may be depending on my coworkers, but I've had jobs to where the employees aren't really checked. And so the way people be talking and behaving and performing and not doing the actual duties, that's probably why they didn't have no actual interview. I got there and I was signing papers with someone else. I got to the interview, and as soon as I was plucked out of the waiting room, I immediately was signing papers with someone else that got hired at the same time. They just had us sign the papers. Hey, you agree to this. Hey, this is you on probation for a year. Hey, you got to go do your license to be able to carry. Blah, 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 blah. There was no, hey, do you know about this job? What is your dream? What do you plan? What are your goals concerning this particular position? Wah, 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 wah. None of that. And so they probably don't, that's probably not what they're looking for. They probably already know this is not your dream. I don't know what the whole, why that, there was no actual like questionnaire part of the hiring process. But they just did psychological tests, physical. And I thought a physical was like running upstairs. I don't know. I guess that's police. That's not sheriff. They was like, what? Girl, please. Do you got diabetes? All right, then, girl, you said. I was like, okay, cool. Since I'm in decent health, I'm in great health that's not going to interfere with work, then that's all they really wanted to do. They was like, okay, check. Move on. So they took my blood and that was it. They checked my blood and that was it. But, yo, this is for you. When you start walking these jails and you're asking yourself, girl, what are you doing here? This had nothing to do with being a writer. This had nothing to do with CPR. This don't have nothing to do with all the dreams and aspirations that you that come into your mind whenever you wake up. How you want to spend your day. Girl, remember that you tried. Remember, this video is that you tried. And remember, the reason why you're not there is because there was frustration. There was frustration upon frustration. There were no answers. There was no one to go back and forth with, like, hey, is this what you said? Is that what you said? Oh, okay. So I'm going to keep trying all of the things that I said I was going to do, that I was trying in the beginning. And I just got to keep going through it and then make some mistakes. But on top of that, I'm a whole wife, a whole mother, and I'm just a whole person that's really just trying to get this peace and quiet. But ain't no peace and quiet right now for those in search of work.